Hello everyone! Welcome back to this game. When we last left off, we had another transformation. Tam Tam has gone from a well-rounded lizard woman to basically a goddess. And we were trapped inside this temple. The door wound up shutting, but thankfully Liko has come along and forced open the door. Maddie says, so who bets Tam Tam gets stuck? Yeah, would not surprise me. Let's see how this goes. That's as far as it will go. Alright, try to squeeze through. You called it. Uh-oh. Are you stuck? Of course not. The walls are just giving me an extra long hug. Tam Tam? What happened to you? Did you have some kind of accident with the coin? Wow, how'd you guess? Hey, we're just trying to help. Stay right there, you brave girl. I'll do everything I can to make you comfortable. How about a snack? Yeah, put on some more weight. That'll get you unstuck. Let me try lifting it a bit more. The stone won't budge. What are we going to do? You know, I find it interesting you're talking like you're trying to open a door, but visually you busted a hole in the wall. Well, we're not abandoning Tam Tam, I can tell you that. This is one of those situations where for some reason I can't open the menu. I would like the chance to save. Well, not all of these options are self-explanatory, so I don't think I would have to misread what a solution is suggesting. So let's see here. Dig her out, use oil to grease her. I mean, the best option seems to be use oil to grease her. Now, she's a lizard, so we don't have to worry about her fur getting messed up. So, yeah, let's do that. We've got oil for the lamps on the ship. We could get some of that and then lubricate the shaft. Don't you think you should ask Liko's permission first? That is not what I meant. I meant someone should rub oil on all over you and the hole. Oh. I didn't catch that. Well, nice to know you're taking the situation lightly. You're not making it sound any better, Mila. Okay, let's think of something else. Out of curiosity, if I chose the same option... Actually, no, hold on. The fact that we loot back to this set of options makes me wonder. I said at the start of this game that there's DLC that goes into what if Mila decided not to join the Dread Pirates, but it was kind of throwing me off that there were still a couple options there where she chose not to. Makes me think maybe those would have been loops that would have forced her into joining anyway, and the DLC makes it so that the loop is broken and you actually can choose not to join the pirates. That said, out of curiosity, what happens if I use oil to grease her again? It's just the same thing. So, no acknowledgement that we've had this conversation before. In that case, plan B. Dig her out. The only way to do this safely is to try to dig around the passage to widen it. But we don't have any tools for that. Then we'll just have to go back to town where we docked. Going back to town? Huh. You're abandoning me here, aren't you? What are you talking about now? You're just leaving me to die out here. I just know it. Don't just walk off into the bleh. Don't just walk off into the sunset and lie to me. If you're going to abandon me, say it to my face. If you're so afraid to stay here by yourself, I'll have Mila keep you company. Happy now? Much better. Thank you. Nico, you're with me. When Duana returns, you've got to disabuse her of this notion that you've been blessed. People tend to believe what they want to believe, don't they? You've got to try. Given your status, maybe you can convince her not to promote this belief anymore. Why is this so important to you? You don't understand. I didn't just come back here to debunk any old rumor. I came to make sure nobody ever promotes this terrible religion. Duana thinks beauty is a gift from the gods. And I can tell you from experience, that is not true. But in truth, it's more of a curse. Beauty ensnares the senses and clouds the minds of men. It corrupts objectively and nobility. It feeds lust. How can a woman cursed with beauty ever trust the opinions of others when that beauty has poisoned their minds? How miserable you must think bakers are. Bakers? Oh, woe is me! I can never trust people's opinions of my pies. Hunger has poisoned the minds of my customers. I'm not sure I follow. Of course you don't, darling. I'll be honest, I'm not sure I follow either. Don't think you're safe. Yeah, don't think you're safe just because you're leaving. Our town society isn't too far from this one. Our own society isn't too far from this one, is it? Just imagine how other people are going to think about you when you go outside. What am I saying? How could you ever go outside like that? At least without changing into a more modest outfit. So I'm supposed to wear something more modest so a stranger doesn't take a gander at me? What if I want him to look? If you look like that, nobody will ever take you seriously. Duana seems to take me very seriously. You know what I mean. What about Liko? Shouldn't you be telling him to wear more clothes? When there's a temple full of giant statues of men who look just like him, I'll think about it. Sounds like fun. Maybe I'll have to found my own religion someday so I can build such a place. If I ever founded a religion, I'd preach the virtues of chastity and the sins of lust. All those terrible thoughts, those visions of sensuality that dance in the heads of others. They all cast black marks on your soul. You'll have to answer for them in the hereafter. Oh, you're one of those people. I'm not saying that lust is faultless and we should all embrace it, but it's not all bad. I mean, hey, it resulted in me being born. I can't believe what I'm hearing. Angie, I thought you didn't even believe in magic. Temtem has been blessed by a goddess. How dare you tell her to feel shame? Look, both of you, I'm not a sinner and I'm not a saint. Duana, I was transformed by a magical coin, not a miracle. I don't expect you to believe me, but it was just a coincidence. I don't believe in coincidences. It was fate that brought the coin to the temple, and it was fate that you were chosen to be an emissary of the goddess. Without Liko, all of us would still be trapped in that temple, and yet you didn't even want to let him in. Maybe fate is trying to teach you a lesson in irony? How's this for irony? I prayed for so long, and yet the one who receives the blessing of the goddess can't even appreciate it. Dang. I should have waited until after she served the wine before telling her off. Nonsense. You did excellent work. You turned her own delusion in on itself. She's not the only one with delusions, darling. What are you implying? I'm a highly respected scholar. Well, you were right about one thing. My beauty certainly is inspiring some dark thoughts. Glad you've finally come to your senses. Only problem is, those dark thoughts are all coming from you. Have you lost your mind? I was trying to protect you. You told me what to think, feel, and wear. You told me I should feel shame for my lack of commitment to your little crusade. You were the only one who suggested there was anything wrong with what happened to me. There's nothing wrong with beauty, and there's nothing wrong with lust. They're what make the world go round, don't they? If you can't see that, it's your eyes that are the problem, not my body. There's just no reaching you, is there? Apparently no reaching her either. So, when are you taking off, darling? It seems today I'm not good company. Look on the bright side, Tam. At least we learned some valuable information about how these coins work. I'm just glad the crazy twins have given us a breather. I thought they'd never leave. I assume metaphorically twins, as in they're both crazy. They certainly were unusual. The only thing unusual about them was how honest and open they were. How many others think like them and just keep their mouths shut about it? Hell, Morgana and Liko are probably having a good laugh about this as we speak. Right? You'll prove them wrong, your crew knows the truth, you'll have the last laugh. Beauty is unjust and unfair. Well, I'm probably not going to say that one. I still can't open the menu. Hopefully I'm able to open the menu before this stream ends, because I'd rather not have to catch up this entire time. Something about the settings, it seems, messes with something in this game. I'm not sure. This is also a place where I really want to be able to say, because I'm not sure what any of these options mean. You'll prove them wrong? Wrong about what? Crew knows the truth about what? Have a last laugh? Beauty isn't just... The only one that I know what it means is the last one, and it's the one I know I don't want to choose. Like, seriously, can I please right-click to open the menu? This is kind of unfair to me. Because if there's any reason I would want to reload a save after choosing an option. It's when I don't know what an option is even saying, and it turns out, oh, so that's what it means. I don't want that. Maddie says, I'd go with your crew knows the truth. I mean, Mila and Liko both know what being changed is like. Okay, yeah, I guess we can go with that then. I might actually, though... When was my last save? Okay, made it back to this point, and I still can't save. I was able to save inside the temple. I don't know if it has to do with changing the settings, or if it's an issue with Windows 10. Maybe a combination of both. Windows 10 has given me a lot of grief ever since I installed it. Maybe because I upgraded from Windows 7, there was some sort of glitch in the upgrade. Maybe when I get a new computer someday with Windows 10 built in, maybe I won't have any issues. Or maybe I will, and I'm just wishful thinking. In any case, I can't save at this point, so I just have to hope that whatever option I choose is an option that I will agree with. And I'm just going to go ahead and go with Maddie's suggestion and say your crew knows the truth.
No matter what you look like on the outside, your inner beauty will make itself clear to those you know you best. Look at Morgana. When you first came on board, she wanted to make you walk the plank, but today, we all came together to help you. It doesn't matter what lives in the hearts of strangers. We know who you are.
Maybe you do, maybe you don't. But thanks for the kind words, Mila. Okay, up to this point I had been right-clicking in order to progress through the messages, just in case right-clicking would suddenly decide to open the menu. Now not right-clicking doesn't do anything. You certainly took your time, didn't you? We're here, aren't we? That's more than what you can expect of us. Let's just get to work. These coins have certainly done a number on us, haven't they? First Mila, then Liko, now Tam Tam. Oh, I can finally open the menu. Maybe it was just something about that scene that wouldn't let me do anything. We're barely recognizable. Is something crazy going to happen to me when we find the next one? I hope so. Then maybe you'd learn a little empathy. Empathy? Oh, come on. One of these transformations is like having a peg leg or a hook hand. You just have to grin and bear it. Nothing I say is going to make things any better. Well, I can't argue with you on that last point. If anything does happen to me next time, I'm sure I'll tough it out better than anyone. Lead by example, right? Speaking of next time, Mila, meet me in the captain's quarters. I started looking through the captain's diary. He wrote down this island, along with the name of someone he knew. Luprand. Seems like our best lead. Darius has been dead for months, and you're just now reading his diary? It's been months? I know sailing the high seas takes a while, but there was no sense of time passage. Well, yeah. So what? I'm just gonna do this out of habit now. You must really miss him. You certainly took some time in looking at his diary. What's that supposed to mean? Do you miss him? You can tell me. It feels weird to even stand in this room without him. It felt even stranger going through his things, reading his thoughts, like I'm messing with his privacy. I know he's not coming back. I know that. But yeah, I do miss him. Every day. I obviously didn't know him as well as you did, but I miss him too. This Lupran fellow is supposed to be a collector of rare artifacts. Anyway, if Darius thought a coin might be there, that's good enough for me. Hey there, TF, right? Welcome to the stream again. I've been having a couple of technical issues that I don't know whether it's the game's fault or Windows' fault or something else. There's been times where messing with the audio settings didn't work. There's been a couple times where I couldn't open the menu. It's working at the moment, at least. Otherwise, yeah, I am definitely enjoying this. Tam Tam falling from the statue got a laugh out of us. And also being stuck in the wall. It's worth mentioning, by the way, that after the stream is over, the stream is available to rewatch if you wanted to go through and watch it later. Anyway, so Luprand. We should reach landfall in a few. Oh, and it has also been brought up how we just now found out that it's been months since Darius had died. And we had no idea it had been that long. It would have been nice if there were some indication of how much time had been passing earlier. Squall's coming. Let's rig the storm sails. Okay, storm coming. And TF Wright says, yeah, I made Pirate's Fate with a less good engine. Okay, we can blame the game. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and go into our second break of today's stream. And when we come back, you think there's gonna be a transformation during the storm? A lightning strike on Morgana while she's holding a coin. I could see something triggering.